be able to go through their vidya today, go through their itihas. We'll just do a Mool Mantar job and then we'll get straight into it. Satnam Sri Vaheguru Sahib Jiyo. Ik Oankar Satnam Karta Purkh Nirpau Nirvair Akal Murat Ajuni Saibang Gur Prasad Jap Ad Sach Jugad Sach है भी सच नानक होसी भी सच तुर की बाणी आए तिन सगली चिंत मिटाए दयाल पुरख मेहरवाना हर नानक साच वखाना बाणी गुरु गुरु है बाणी विच बाणी अमृत सारे गुरबाणी कहे सेवक जन मानै परतख गुरु निस्तारे टंडोत बंदन अनक बार सर्व कला समरथ डोलन तेरा खो प्रभु नानक दे कर हथ वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह. So Satsanga ji, over the past few weeks, we've been so fortunate to be able to go through the Ardas course, the Ardas itself and the details about each Guru Sahib. And last week, you'd heard about Sri Guru Gobind Singh Sahib Maharaj and their itihas. So today, Satsanga ji, we're going to reflect upon our Sri Guru Granth Sahib ji, our Jugo Jug Atal Guru Sahib ji, who are here eternal forever and ever. And we're going to talk about Guru Granth Sahib ji and how Maharaj came to be over that span of many, many years through Guru Nanak Dev Ji all the way through to Sri Guru Gobind Singh Sahib Maharaj. So this is the pankti that we normally see or we hear in the Ardas itself. Dasan Paatsahiyan di Jot, Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji de Paath, Didar da Dhyan tar ke Khalsa Ji Bolo Ji, Vaheguru. And you can see the translation there as well. And this is all about the you could say the big ultimate element of what Guru Sahib Ji had from their life, from Sri Guru Nanak Dev Ji through to Guru Gobind Singh Ji. And this is the pinnacle of having Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj with us today. So it's intriguing to understand how has Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj come to be, and why is Guru Granth Sahib Ji treated with such respect and sovereignty as our Guru, and what are the origins of all of this itihas. I'm sure some of you may know this already from the sessions and things that you've already had before, but this is still good to have a recap to be able to go through Guru Sahib Ji's itihas and how they've come to be for us today. So some of the things that we will cover is the history of Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj. We'll talk about how can a Granth be a Guru. Sometimes we face these questions in public or in schools or in work locations or even within our conversations. How can a Granth be a Guru? So let's cover some of that if we can with Guruji's Kirpa. And if we have the time, we'll have a look at Maharaj's structure and some key facts about Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji as well, and some questions too that we may have. Hopefully, we'll have a bit of time for a bit of Q&A. So, often when we think of Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj and we think about how did Guru Sahib Ji come to be, we often go straight to 1708 and the time of the Jyoti Jot of Sri Guru Gobind Singh Maharaj, and how Sri Guru Gobind Singh Ji gave the Gurta Gaddi to Guru Granth Sahib Ji in Nanded. But I'd like to start with Guru Nanak Dev Ji and actually reflect upon Bani and how this all came to be from the very start, because we've got Shabads of Guru Nanak Dev Ji and the Bhagats and all the other Guru Sahib as well within Guru Granth Sahib Ji. So how did this come to be? So if we look at our history and we look at Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji, we look at, Maaf Karna, Bhai Gurdas Diyan Vara, and we reflect upon our history of when Guru Nanak Dev Ji would travel on their udasiyan, on their journeys. And on one of their udasis, when they went to Makkah and they went towards the Middle East, they met lots of Muslim people, lots of Muslim people, they had lots of dialogue. And Bhai Gurdas Ji actually writes in there, Vara, that Guru Sahib Ji carried a pothi, like a little book. You could call it a journal, you could call it a diary, you could call it whatever you like, but they carried a little book where they actually wrote down Bani as it came. Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj actually wrote down this Bani, and Bhai Gurdas Ji actually talk about a historical event where the Musliman, the Qazis, asked Guru Nanak Dev Ji, ke open your book and let's have a look at what's written inside it. What have you written inside of your book? They say, Puchan Fol Kitab Nu, Hindu Vadda ke Musalmanoi. Ke who's bigger? They were intrigued to find out, ke are Musliman better or are the Hindus bigger and better? And they were intrigued because, India politically, if you remember, it was a time of conflict between the Islamic people, the Mughal Raj, and between Hindu people. But also you had people around the Middle East who also had this you could say, this animosity between the two faiths and the two cultures. So they said, Puchan Fol Kitab Nu, Hindu Badda ke Musalmanoi. And Guru Sahib Ji says, Baba Aake Hajiyan, Sub Umla Bajo, Dono Roi. So we see this, that Guru Sahib Ji is giving gyan and wisdom, saying, actually, it doesn't matter whether you're Muslim or Hindu. What is more important is your good deeds. What deeds are you doing? Shubh Umla Bajo. Without good deeds, Dono Roi, Donai Gelo Rondeya Mareya, both crying in vain because both groups of people are struggling. So it doesn't come down to the faith, it comes down to your deeds, and this is what Guru Sahib Ji is teaching us with this Pankti. But in Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj, there's many shabads where Sri Guru Nanak Dev Ji, Guru Amardas Ji, Guru Ramdas Ji, and many other shabads where Guru Sahib Ji talk about Bani. And Maharaj say in this Pankti, Jaisi mein aave khasam ki Bani, taisthada kari gyan ve lalo. So Bhai Lalo Ji was a Guru Sikh of Guru Nanak Dev Ji, and this is the Sakhi of when Guru Nanak Dev Ji held the rotiyan and dudh came out of one and blood came out of the other. We won't go into the history of that Sakhi, but Bhai Lalo Ji was a key person in that Sakhi, and Guru Nanak Dev Ji stayed with Bhai Lalo Ji. And when Guru Nanak Dev Ji and Bhai Lalo Ji were having a conversation, Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj explained to him that this Bani, what I'm saying, is coming from a higher place of consciousness. It's coming from Turki Bani Ai, Tin Sagli Chint Matai. This is coming from Turosam, from far away, from a spiritual place. It's not something that Guru Sahib Ji are, let's say, as a human reciting. They are reciting what they're being given and told and being revealed from Vaheguru Ji themselves. So this is historical, and it's Guru Nanak Dev Ji's Bani themselves. But also we see from Guru Amardas Ji, where Guru Amardas Ji have a Pankti where Maharaj says that Vaho Vaho Bani Nirankar hai, tis jewad avarna koi. That Bani is the form of Nirankar Akal Purukh Vaheguru Ji, period. It just is. It's come from Vaheguru Ji, from that spiritual place, from the source itself. So we have been seeing that over the time of Guru Nanak Dev Ji, throughout all Guru Sahib, Bani is revelation, but it's also the truth coming from the source of the truth as well. And even to the point where Sri Guru Ramdas Ji Maharaj, they actually say, Satgur ki Bani sat kar jano gur sikho, har karta apo moho kadaye. That this Bani is true. It's come from the truth, from Satguru Ji. Satgur ki Bani. So you might say, we've talked about this before, Satguru translates to literally the true Guru. But actually, Guru Bani, Guru Arjan Dev Ji would say in their Bani that Satguru is the true Satguru who actually is the one who knows the divine being themselves. Satpurkh jin janya, Satgur tis ka nao, tiske sang sikh udre, Nanak har gun gao, which means that Satpurkh, the true being, the one who knows the true being, can only then be the true Guru. Otherwise, who could really be called the true Guru? And we know that Guru Nanak Dev Ji were Satguru, all Guru Sahib was Satguru, and now we have Satguru, Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj, because they've given us that Bani. This Bani comes from Satguru Ji, And Guru Ramdas Ji is saying, Har karta apo moh ho kadaye. They're making me say it from my mouth. My moh ho kadaye, they're saying. So in this way, we have many shabads, panktiyan from Guru Sahib that tell us that Bani has come from a greater source. So why is Bani so important? We're going to just reflect on a Sakhi of how Kaljug came to see Guru Nanak Dev Ji. And Satsanga Ji, you could think this is theology, but this is real. It's written in Guru Nanak Dev Ji's Janam Sakhiyan. And things that we might not understand or get doesn't mean to say they don't happen. So this is an instance where Guru Nanak Dev Ji were with Bhai Mardana Ji. And as they were out walking through the forest and the woods, a great storm came. And in this storm there was rain and there's wind and it was like lightning. It was such a crazy storm and Bhai Mardana Ji was quite scared. And at this time Guru Nanak Dev Ji said to him, Bhai Mardana Ji, don't you worry, we will take shelter, it'll be fine. And out of this storm, it is written that Kaljug took a form of a monster, of a beast. And it looked so dark and so big and tall. And this beast had fangs and horns and red eyes. It was really kind of a ghoulish monster, you could say. And in one part of our history, it writes that in one hand, this monster was holding a tongue. And on the other hand, it was holding its, maaf karna to say, its private parts, its genitals. It was holding two different things. And the reason it was doing that is because it was indicating that in Kaljug today, people will either use their mouth through anger or it'll be full of lust. So this Kaljug is full of anger and full of lust, which is why you have Kaam and Krodh as one of the first vices in Kaam, Krodh, Lobh, Moh, Ahankar, in the 5 vices that we know about. And this monster, Kaljug, came to Guru Nanak Dev Ji and said, Ke Guru Nanak Dev Ji, I am Kaljug, ke I am here. This whole universe, this whole world is under my command. But it knew Guru Nanak Dev Ji was a form of Vaheguru. So it came to Guru Nanak Dev Ji and it said, Ke, Oh my Lord, what can I do for you? And Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj said, Ke, leave people alone. And Kaljug said, I can't leave people alone. This is my time. I am the greatest of all things and all people are under my control. So Guru Nanak Dev Ji said, well, if you're going to give me anything, because you're coming here and you're saying, okay, what can I do for you? Do me this. Anybody who is a Sikh of mine or anybody who is in Sangat, you leave them alone. And Kaljug said, no, that can't be the case. And Guru Nanak Dev Ji said, no, that must be the case. You leave the Sangat alone and you leave anybody who is a Sikh alone. You do not have your para, your energy, your negativity on the Sangat or on any Sikh of mine. This conversation happened 3 times. Kaljug asked Guru Nanak Dev Ji 3 times, what can I give you? Guru Nanak Dev Ji responded 3 times saying, okay, you leave the Sikh alone and you leave the Sangat alone. And at this point, Kaljug accepted that and then went away. So what we're learning from this Sakhi is that Guru Nanak Dev Ji and all Guru Sahib and all Guru Bani, if we were to completely follow this path of Guru Sikhi, Kaljug wouldn't have any para on us. Kaljug would not have any case of the Kaam, the lust, on the anger, the Krodh, because we'd be imbued in Bani and walking on a Guru Sikh path, walking on a path of being a Gurmukh. Now the question is, okay, how do we actually get to that path? And that's a separate conversation completely, but the point here is ultimately this path of Guru Nanak Dev Ji's is a path that keeps us devoid and separate from Kaljug, because we will be walking on a path of Gurmat and Gursikhi. So going back to the history of Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj, the time of Guru Arjan Dev Ji, and all the pothiyan that were collected, the pothiyan being all the collected writings of Guru Nanak Dev Ji, Siddhi Guru Angad Dev Ji, Siddhi Guru Amar Das Ji and Siddhi Guru Ramdas Ji, were all collected and with Guru Amar Das Ji's son, Baba Mohan Ji. And at this time of Guru Arjan Dev Ji, the elder brother, Prithi Chand, and many other fake Babbe, you could say, were pretending to write Bani and making out this Bani was theirs. And they were making out that this is the true Bani, this Bani has come from Vaheguru, this Bani is this, that and the other. But people, Sangat, were not connecting to this Bani. They were full of anger, they were getting greed, they were getting ego. This Bani was not giving them a path of peace and true qualities. So Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj made a decision that they were going to collect all the pothiyan and actually put to the world all of their Bani of all the Gurus that came before. Now, also remember, if you might remember from the time of Guru Amardas Ji, who was Guru Arjan Dev Ji's Nana Ji. And Guru Amardas Ji gave Guru Arjan Dev Ji as a young baby child a boon, a promise that this grandson of mine will be the bolt of Bani. Dhota, Bani ka bohta. That they will have so much Bani that they will give their Bani to the whole world. This Bani will be the boat that will help everybody cross this life. This was the boon from Guru Amardas Ji. And now you see that Guru Arjan Dev Ji in Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji, they have got so much Bani, nearly 700 angs, I think, of Gurbani is from Sri Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj. But at this time, people were writing fake Bani. And Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj wanted to deal with this. So what they did was they went to Baba Mohanji. And Baba Mohanji lived, forgive me, I can't remember the location, but it was near Amritsar. And when Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj went to Baba Mohanji, they asked for the pothiyan. They asked for the writings of all the Gurus before. And Baba Mohanji declined. And they started to saying to them, saying that you stole the Guruship. You were not meant to be the Guru. How come you've got the Gurta Gaddi? And now you want all this Gurbani. You're just robbing me of the Gurbani from the Gurus from before. And you've robbed the Guru Gaddi anyway. In a way, you could say that Baba Mohanji was really testing Guru Arjan Dev Ji. Is he the right one? Is he really a true Guru? Because of all these other fakes that were around, all these other fake Babbe, they would have got angry and they would have said, how dare you say that to me? They could have said, how, I'm going to say this to your family or this to you or this. They could have had a whole argument. But Sri Guru Arjan Dev Ji didn't argue. They actually really complimented Baba Mohanji and they said, Mohan, tere bachan anup chal nirali. They're actually saying that, you are beautiful. Your speech is, amazing. You're in your wondrous ways. You're absolutely fantastic. They're complimenting them. Baba Mohanji now at this point is really shocked. Okay, how can I be, how am I being complimented right here? Sangaji, can I just ask for you to pay attention, please? Because it's quite distracting otherwise. So Baba Mohanji hears these sweet words and they think, oh, wow, this must really be the Guru. He's complimenting even though I'm slandering him. And Guru Sahib Ji then say, actually, you know what? You are blessed. You are absolutely blessed that you've been able to look after all of the pothiyan from the previous 4 Gurus. Hai na? And so Guru Sahib Ji continue and say, Mohan, tu the sat sangat ati ave darasaptyana. That you know what? You're coming down, you're giving me these pothiyan, the sangat are going to praise you. They're complimenting Baba Mohanji. So Baba Mohanji comes and they give the pothiyan to Sri Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj. And as Maharaj is praising them, Baba Mohanji's eyes are now filling with tears. And they're realizing that truly this is a Guru full of compassion, no hatred. And then Maharaj even says, Mohan, tu sufal falaya son parvare. That your whole family is now going to be completely transcended. Your family is saved. Your family are going to blossom into Paramatma. They give him this boon, this promise. So here you see that Guru Arjan Dev Ji truly are showing that they are the Guru, and other fake Babbe or other people were in a situation would have got very angry, but Guru Arjan Dev Ji was full of peace and calmness. So Guru Sahib Ji at this point take the pothiyan back to Amritsar. Now this Shabad is in Guru Granth Sahib Ji. There's 4 parts of his Shabad, and this Shabad is a historical reflection of how Guru Arjan Dev Ji met Baba Mohanji and then actually got the pothiyan from them. You can actually see this in Guru Granth Sahib Ji as well. So when the pothiyan brought back to Harmandir Sahib, to Amritsar, they placed a place called Artsar Tirath. Now, Artsar Tirath, if any of you have been to Harmandir Sahib, is next to the Dukhpanjani Beri near the Langar Hall. And when you go there, normally out of respect, there's like full or there's some kind of way of respecting that jagah, that Tirath jagah, where Guru Sahib Ji brought all the potiyan. And our history writes that Guru Sahib Ji, when they brought the potiyan, they put them with respect to the Artsar Tirath at that place, and they did Kirtan all night. They brought the potiyan, by the way, I didn't mention, on a palki, and Guru Sahib Ji went nange peri, barefoot, to go and get the potiyan and walk back barefoot with the potiyan, carrying them high above their head. This is how they respected, even though it wasn't Guru Granth Sahib Ji as the form we know, they showed us the way of how to respect the Gurbani that other Gurus had written. So they are now practically showing us the way. And when they brought the potiyan and they put them with respect on the Artsar Tirath, the place, at this point they do Kirtan all night. Then in the morning, at Amrit Vela, they do Prakash of the potiyan. And they read a Hukumnama from the potiyan as well. And at this time, this wasn't the Hukumnama, but Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj say, now at this time, Poti Parmesar ka Than. That now, this Poti, the writings, which for us today, Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji, is the form of Parmeshwar itself, is the place where Parmeshwar sits. So we see straight away in this part of history that Sri Guru Arjan Dev Ji are showing us how to respect Gurbani, how they respected Gurbani, and how important and invaluable, priceless Gurbani is, because it is the form of Parmeshwar themselves. So, and again, don't forget that Bani has come from a spiritual place. Vaheguruji has manifested as the word, you could say, as Gurbani, as a word. And Guru Sahib Ji have now written that word. And when we now recite that word, that is Guru Shabad is a manifestation of Vaheguruji themselves. So what happens next is Sri Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj decide that they're going to use these potiyan and the Bani that they've recited. They're going to go to a really tranquil place, a place of calmness where they can sit. And they wanted to sit in near some trees and some Bani, some very peaceful place. And they wanted to write the whole of Guru Granth Sahib Ji, what we know as Sri Ad Guru Granth Sahib Ji. And at this place, we now know as Ramsar. And they named this place Ramsar after Sri Guru Ramdas Ji. They made a sarovar there. And the sarovar is, at the side of his sarovar, they sat, and Bhai Gurdas Ji was the scribe. So Bhai Gurdas Ji was the Mama Ji, Sakka Mama Ji, maternal uncle of Guru Arjan Dev Ji. And they wrote the Bani as Sri Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj was reciting that Bani. And as they were looking at the potiyan, and they put it all together. And this is the Bani that we have today in Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj. And there's even a Shabad, again, Gurbani, if we were to do the Khoj of Shabad Kirtan, of Shabad Gurbani, you'd actually see that there's historical references and historical times when Bani was recited. So there's a Shabad from Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj says that Nit Prata Navan Ramsar Ki Jai. So in this Shabad, that Maharaj is saying that, daily, every day, take your bath in this sacred pool of Vaheguruji. Ramsar Ki Jai. Navan Ramsar Ki Jai. Now you might think, well, I can't get to Ramsar every day because that's in Punjab. So if you live near there, then maybe in those times people may have physically gone and done an Ishnan. But for us, our Ishnan is that under Latirath, through Simran, through our meditation and cleansing our soul through Simran. So there was a time in a Sakhi, a story of when Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj and Bhai Gurdas Ji were collecting and writing all of Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj. And at this time, Guru Arjan Dev Ji wanted to write the Baniya of not just what the Guru Sahib Ji had written from beforehand, but also of the Bhagats. And Bhai Gurdas Ji questioned, okay, how are we going to write the Bani of the Bhagats? And Sri Guru Arjan Dev Ji said, well, come in the morning, do Ishnan, come early Amrit Vela to my tent, and you'll get your answer. And this is a picture that you can see. It's a fresco picture, so it's kind of authentic from many, many hundreds of years ago. And this picture shows how Sri Guru Arjan Dev Ji had actually having darshan of, or you could say the Bhagats having darshan of Guru Arjan Dev Ji in their spiritual form, and they're giving them all of their Bani to Guru Arjan Dev Ji. And Bhai Gurdas Ji comes in at Amrit Vela in their tent and they see the Bhagats. Bhagat Kabir Ji, Bhagat Namdev Ji, Bhagat Ravidas Ji, Bhagat Tanna Ji, all of the Bhagats are giving their Bani to Guru Arjan Dev Ji for them to then include in Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj. And I am summarizing the history, there's a lot more to it, but because of time. But this is just to show that Sri Guru Arjan Dev Ji, truly the form of a Kalpurukh Vaheguru, are collecting these Baniya, this Bani, the words that other Bhagats, other saints had written, that all align to the message of Guru Nanak Dev Ji. And that is why Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj is so unique, that there's no other writing ever in the world, no other, maaf karna, scripture isn't the word that does it any justice. There's no other Guru like this where Baniya from other faiths and other people which all align to the message of Guru Nanak Dev Ji are included in one pothi themselves. And then when Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj complete the Sri Adi Granth Sahib Ji, they then have Sri Adi Granth Sahib Ji Prakashman in 1604 at Harmandir Sahib. And a lot of you have probably seen this picture before, but you can see Baba Buddha Ji, who's given this seva to actually hold Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji and be the first head Granthi of Harmandir Sahib, of Sikhi you could say even. And when Baba Buddha Ji is carrying Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj and Guru Sahib Ji behind doing Jor Sahib seva. So again, this is an example of how Guru Sahib Ji are showing us the way about how to treat Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj. And that is how we do it still today, and we will do forever and ever. That Jor Sahib Seva, someone asked me once, why do we do Jor Sahib over Guru Granth Sahib Ji? They are, we say, our King of Kings, but they are truly the word from the divine. And why would we not do Jor Sahib Seva over something, over our Guru that is so benevolent, but also so unique? Because there's nothing else like it in the world. If we, maaf karna, I don't mean to compare with other faiths, but to show the uniqueness of Guru Granth Sahib Ji in what we have. There's no other faith where their holy book, their Bible or the Quran or the Gita or the Torah or anything is written by the source themselves. Written by the person who recited those words themselves and said themselves. They were written many, many years later by a third or a fourth person. But Guru Granth Sahib Ji is the only Granth in the whole world where everything is written, checked, and even got the word should in certain parts in Bani. Should means checked, stamped, more laggi. It's true, it's real, it's authentic. Guru Sahib Ji have done that for us today. So this is why we are so fortunate, and Guru Granth Sahib Ji is so unique in that way. Now, this is another example. I know the picture shows this, but our history also writes this, that when the first Prakash of Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj happened in 1604, Baba Buddha Ji was being the head Granthi, took a hukumnama, and the hukumnama that came was Santa ke Karaj Aap Khloya Har Kam Karavan Ayaram. That because of the saints, Santa ke Karaj Aap Khloya, Aap as in Vaheguru Ji themselves came, Har Kam Karavan Ayaram, they came to complete all of their tasks that they came to do. This was the hukumnama that came. And Sri Guru Arjan Dev Ji, our history writes that when Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj was put together in form of Gurbani, Guru Arjan Dev Ji on their own bed lay a clean new chadar and put Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj on their palang, on their bed, whilst Guru Arjan Dev Ji slept on the floor themselves. They didn't even want a chadar, a sheet. But the Guru Sikhs said, no, how can we let you sleep on the floor without even a chadar? So they put a chadar down, and some people in our history write that they made a small little lower bed for Guru Arjan Dev Ji. But they had Guru Arjan Dev Ji put themselves lower and Gurbani higher. And in this picture you can see that when Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj is Prakash, they're higher, and Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj sat on the floor lower. So again, Guru Sahib Ji is showing us the importance of Gurbani. They are respecting the Gurbani that's come from Turo, from far away. From Guru Nanak Dev Ji's writing, all the Guru who came before Guru Arjan Dev Ji is all in Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj. And this is what they're showing us the way here. Now at this time, Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj, in this form of Guru Granth Sahib Ji, there were some gaps that were left. And this is because Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj knew that Sri Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji's Bani is also going to be included and added. At this time in 1604, that Bani is not included yet. That comes later when Sri Guru Gobind Singh Sahib Ji Maharaj starts to put Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj together with Sri Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji's Bani as well. So that comes later down the timeline. So from Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj, we get to Guru Gobind Singh Ji. In the year around about 1704, 1705, Sri Guru Gobind Singh Sahib Ji Maharaj have fought their last battle at the Battle of Muktsar. They fought their battle and they've gone to a place that we now know as Damdama Sahib, where Guru Gobind Singh Ji Sahib Maharaj took off their Kamar Kasa and they had what we say Dam, they had rest. And that's what we know as Damdama Sahib. And Sri Guru Gobind Singh Sahib Ji Maharaj, when they took rest there, it is in our history is written that Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj had a tent set up and they called for Baba Deep Singh Ji and Bhai Mani Singh Ji, Shaheed Bhai Mani Singh Ji. And when they came, they also asked, before in this history, they went to their cousin who was Tirmal, and they asked Tirmal for the form of Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj that Sri Guru Arjan Dev Ji had put together. And Tirmal rejected that and they said, well, I'm not going to give you that. If you are truly the Guru, you recite the Bani from your memory yourself. You do it yourself. So Tirmal rejected the request from Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj, and Guru Gobind Singh Ji said, that's absolutely fine. Guru Kirpa, with Vaiguruji's grace, this will happen. So they set up a tent, called for Baba Deep Singh Ji, called for Bhai Mani Singh Ji, and they came. And as Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj started to recite Bani from memory, Bhai Mani Singh Ji was writing the Bani, and Baba Deep Singh Ji was, you could say, the secondary writer who would prepare the paper and the ink to put it all together. So Baba Deep Singh Ji, that Mahapurusha, that great saint warrior, the one who fought with their head in their hand, we see the picture outside, that was Baba Deep Singh Ji. And Bhai Mani Singh Ji was the one who had each and every joint of theirs cut. As some of you know from the Gatka Khara, Shaheed Bhai Mani Singh Ji's Gatka Khara is that Bhai Mani Singh Ji who wrote Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji that we have today from the Mukhvak of Sri Guru Gobind Singh Ji. So this is how Sri Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj in 1708, maaf karna, once Bani was written, it was in 1708 that Guru Gobind Singh Ji then gave the Gurta Gaddi, the Guruship, to Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj, Hazur Sahib. Now, I've already mentioned how Guru Granth Sahib Ji is the only scripture where you have Shuddh. It's been checked by Guru Sahib Ji, it's been written by Guru Sahib Ji themselves. Now, it took Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj 9 months, 9 days and 9 hours, it's written, for him to go through the whole of Guru Granth Sahib Ji at Damdama Sahib in that year of 1704, 1705. And as they were doing that, they were giving the Santhya of Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji as well. They were talking to the Gursikh Sangat who were there, men and women. As our history writes, there's around about 48 people. And they were giving Santhya. So in the day, they would write Guru Granth Sahib Ji. They would go through the whole recitation. Then the evening, they would do the Katha of what they've written through the day. And at the end of this, our history writes that those 48 Gursikh was in such bliss, such anand, that they actually at this time, they were becoming alop. You could say they were becoming Jivan Mukt. Their souls were just connected with Paramatma. Some people were saying that they were leaving their body and they were actually connecting back with the One. And at this time, Baba Deep Singh Ji and Bhai Mani Singh Ji were also feeling so much bliss and anand going through all of Bani in this way. And Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj stopped them from going. And they blessed them and said, okay, you aren't going yet, you need to stay, you got things to do. And Bhai Mani Singh Ji and Baba Deep Singh Ji said, well, Maharaj, this bliss that we're feeling, there's no explanation for it. Will we feel this all the time? And Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj said to Bhai Mani Singh Ji that even if every bit of your body will cut, you will still feel that bliss. And they said to Baba Deep Singh Ji that even if you lose your head, you will still feel that bliss. So in a way, their bhajan came true. And that's how we know that Baba Deep Singh Ji and Shaheed Bhai Mani Singh Ji were shaheed when they gave their life. So, moving forward, fast forwarding to 1708, where Guru Sahib Ji gave that Gurta Gaddi to Siddhi Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj, just before Guru Gobind Singh Ji were going to be Jyoti Jyot. They were going to leave their physical form. They had been injured from Mughal Pathan who came and they assaulted Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj. They attacked them, but they didn't survive. As we know, Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj were able to get their Kirpan and they took one of them down, and then the other Guru Sikhs took down the other Pathan as well. So they were dealt with, you could say, there and then. But Siddhi Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj were wounded, and there was an English doctor who came, who was, because the East Indian Company was in India at the time, you could say the British Raj were slowly making their way across, and there was an English doctor who came to their help, and they actually provided stitching and medicine, something for them to heal that wound because it was quite deep. As Guru Sahib Ji were recovering, they then had a dialogue, a conversation with some other Guru Sikh who had come, and they wanted to see if they could really pull the bow, this really tight bow, and draw an arrow for it. And Siddhi Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj, as they drew that bow, they pulled their stitches, and that's when it ruptured even more, that wound. And at that time, Guru Sahib Ji knew that they were now going to be Jyoti Jyot. And then at this point, our history writes that Siddhi Guru Gobind Singh Maharaj requested a full Akhand Path Sahib to be recited. So Akhand Path happened at that time, where Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj was recited from start to end, non-stop. And at that time, after the Akhand Path Sahib, Siddhi Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj did a parikrama around Guru Granth Sahib Ji, and then they did Matha Tek, and that's when we got to know that Sab Sikhan ko hukum hai, Guru Manyo Granth. And this is when Siddhi Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj gave us that teaching that Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj is our Guru going forward from that point. So I've done a quick flyby through the history of Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj. I've missed out quite a lot of key points, but I've hopefully given the essence of how Bani today is, not just today, even then, it is today and will always will be from Vaheguru Ji themselves. And this Bani is going to help us throughout our life and keep Kaljug away from us if we just follow that path. There's one thing reciting Bani, there's one thing looking the part, but there's one thing actually then understanding Bani and walking on that path and really making the changes in our mind, in our consciousness. And I want to say that because nowadays we hear a lot of situations where we get a lot of people doing judgment. People judge other people who may not look like they're on the path or may just start to walk on this path of Guru Sikhi. And we maybe get some people who are already on that path of Guru Sikhi judging other people, be it face-to-face in Gurukar or be it on social media. And I just want to say this point, that that's completely wrong. We should never judge anybody because Guru Sahib Ji say to us, Hum nahi change, bura nahi koi. Pranvat Nanak tare soy. That we should adopt a mentality ke asi change nahi hege. We are not good. We are full of misdeeds. Guru Sahib Ji even say ke Hum Murak, tum chatur siane, tu sarab kala ka gyata. That we're the fools. I'm the fool. But Maharaj, you are the one who is benevolent. You are the one who is so clever and has so much knowledge and intelligence. I've got nothing. But what's happening is we find that in society today, we find people, just because they might have a damalla or a beard and they've been blessed with Amrit, which is a great thing, unfortunately become very judgmental and then their words are very harsh. And that should never be the case. If we're going to be blessed with Amrit and we're going to walk this path of Guru Sikhi, we should be the ones who are actually in humility in the feet and the charan of the Sangat and actually coming with complete compassion and love and respect with everyone. Whether someone's got a haircut, whether someone's got no beard, whether someone drinks alcohol or meat or is going through whatever they are in life, that is not for us to judge. We should actually be there to help support them as brothers and sisters. So I just want to say that because this is Guru Sahib Ji's divine teaching from Vaheguru Ji themselves. And yet on these very simple things we falter on a daily basis. So I request humbly that all of us, Sangat ji, all of us, myself included, that we all interact and engage with each other with complete humility, with complete respect and love, with no judgment, because that's one of the key teachings of Guru Sahib Ji, is no judgment at all. So we then ask the question, can a Granth be a Guru? And you might think, well, how could a Granth ever be a Guru? So for us, this is kind of a response. If anybody asks you this question, this is how you could respond, right? So first answer to this is we get Guruji's hukum. A hukum is the hukumnama that we get, but it's also a shabad is a hukum. We might get an instruction in any way, shape or form, and that from Guru Granth Sahib Ji for us is a teaching. So we get this as a hukum. Gurbani makes it really clear that we know that these are words from God. So this hukum helps us in our life, in any of these situations. But also, we get Amrit from Bani. We have to recite Bani to be able to make Amrit. Otherwise, anybody could get some Bani and put some potassium or mishri in it and it's sweet water in it. But until you don't mix it with Bani, until you don't put Japji Sahib, Jab Sahib, Dave Prasad Savaiye, Chaupai Sahib, Anand Sahib into that Bani, that doesn't become Amrit until then. So Bani is, Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj is a Guru because it's Guru making the Amrit. Without the Guru, that Amrit is not made. And this is how Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj gave us Amrit in 1699 in the very same way they recited Bani. And then now another interesting thing, and I know in the Christian faith people talk about the word. If there's any people know anyone who's from the Christian faith, Catholics and other people from the faith will say that the word is in the Bible and the word is from God. And for us, that is also the case as well. We have the word coming from Vaheguruji. That is Bani. And now we're back to the word. It's not coming through a physical person. That word is from God. The difference is that we treat that word as our Guru, as God itself. Which is why Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj is never carried like a book on the side or in a satchel. We just never dare do that. Guru Granth Sahib Ji is carried on our head because it's bigger than us, because that word has come from Vaheguruji themselves. So this is how we treat Guru Granth Sahib Ji as a Guru. And that's how we see them as a Guru as well. So we see the form of a Guru in the Granth, but we also know that the form of a Guru can be in the Sikh as well. The form of Guru can be in the form of the Panj Sikh, the Panj Pyare. It could be in the Sangat too. Mil Sat Sangat Khoj Dasai, with Sangat Har Prabh Vasai Jio. That in the Sangat is also Vaheguruji. So the collective is also God. The collective is also Guru. And the Spirit of God is also the form of Guru as well. So Guru takes many forms that out of these three forms that we know is the word of Guru Granth Sahib Ji. It's in the Sangat as the Sikh, and also the Spirit, the Nirgun, the one that we can't see, the formless. So does the Granth serve the purpose of a Guru? What is a Guru? So we often know the answer to this question, what is a Guru? Guru is an enlightener. Someone who takes you from, we say, a dark space into an enlightened, really joyful place. Takes us from a place of being full of vices to a place of full of virtues. Taking out of our arrogance and our egos, but can take us to a place of humility, love and respect and compassion. And that is because when we read Guru Granth Sahib Ji, and when we come together in Kirtan and we listen to Part or we do Part, that Bani enlightens us. So it fulfills the role of a Guru. So this is how a Granth, a Bani can also be Guru. And this is not just me saying this. Don't take my word for it. Look at our history of Gurmukhs. Many, many great Gurmukhs, Sant, Mahapurush, great historical people. And I say historical, I'm on about only in the last few, maybe 50, 60 years even. Even in current times, there's many Gurmukhs today. You can ask them and they will tell you that they've experienced this. So, absolutely, a Granth can serve the purpose of a Guru. But also, when you go to a Guru, let's say you go to an Ustad, a teacher, right? Let's say it's the Gatka Ustad or any other ustads who are teaching Santhya. And you can go and get advice from even the Gyani ji. You can get advice. You can get advice from a school teacher or a careers advisor. There's someone who's there to give you advice. I wouldn't necessarily call them a guru though. But look at Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj. They give us advice every time we ask for it. When they give us a hukamnama, that's their advice. Many of you, Sangat, when we've done the divans on a Saturday night, and we've got a theme for the divan and a topic, and when we've got the hukamnama after the topic, after the katha's finished, and we do an ardas, we say, Maharaj bless us with the hukamnama. The hukamnama is a summary of the theme we've gone through. Maharaj is just answering our prayers all the time. We just need to tap into that, and we'll realize that really a Granth can be a guru because they're Hazar, Nazar, they are here in that form. So we see in our history as well that a Granth can be a guru because Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj showed us the way of how to treat Guru Granth Sahib Ji. We do the Prakash of Guru Granth Sahib Ji. We do their, what we call in English, their enthronement, but we actually put Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj on their takhat. That is a royal place. That is a place where kings would sit. And for us, our king is Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji. And we then do their Sukhasan with respect. We do Path Kirtan Sola, do Maharaj's Sukhasan, cover Maharaj in Ramallah Sahib with respect. And we take with Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj to their Sachkhand. So we treat them as royalty. And that teaching isn't something that just came from some Gurmukhs making this decision that this is what we're going to do. Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj did this themselves. And this is the Maryada, the protocol, the discipline that's been going on since then. So the royal insignia, the Chandoa, like we can see there, the Janani you could say even, that is also a royal insignia. The Jor, Suchumta, we wash our hands, clean our hands, make sure we're clean kapre before we do Maharaji Seva. Wash, no socks. You know, all of these things lead to the fact that we are in the darbar of a king right now. And Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj is our king. So you might think that, is this just ritualistic? But it's totally not. For all the reasons that we've already mentioned. Someone might say to you, well, this is just a ritual that you do. It's not a ritual. Because a ritual is normally, you could say, just empty. This is not empty because we're getting teaching, we're getting love, we're getting respect. We're actually getting a level of enlightenment and calmness and inner peace coming into the darshan of Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj. You know, when we do Maharaj's Prakash, if you ever experience Amrit Vela, you come to the Guru Kar and we have Maharaj Prakash. That moment of Amrit Vela, just seeing Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj come and giving us their darshan, in that darshan itself is an anand. It's not a ritual. This is our Guru. And as soon as we see with our eyes and our mindset that this is our Guru and nothing is ever any comparison in the world, we will truly start to fall more in love with our Guru as well and respect Gurbani more so. And also, without Guru, there's no Gurdwara. You'll have a building and you might have the stage and the bajja and the tabla, but without Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj, it's not Gurdwara. We might have the Sangat that come together, or we might have the Pangat and the Langar and everything, which is all very powerful, but without Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj, it's not Gurdwara. This is how a Guru is our Granth, and a Granth can be a Guru. And this is why, if you think when it becomes a Gurdwara, and you have the Langar di Seva, and you have the Sangat all coming together, we're all sat together, we're all equal. Koi badda nahi hega, koi neema nahi hega, no one's higher, no one's lower. We're all just Sangat and children of Guru Granth Sahib Ji. And as we know, in their darbar, Kirtan is sung. Kirtan apa ona di bani gaunde hain. It's royal. We do their Ardas, we stand in front of Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj with our hands together. Of course a Granth can be a Guru, because for us, Guru Granth Sahib Ji gives us everything that we ever need. Now, it's not the only form of Guru like I mentioned before. I've talked about the Sargun form. So the Sargun form, the physical form, the form that you see is Guru Granth Sahib Ji, but also it's the Guru Khalsa Panth. And we see this when Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj went down on one knee and asked the Panj Pyare to bless them with Amrit as well. That's why we say, Vaho Vaho Gobind Singh Ape Gur Chela. They are also the Guru and also the Chela of the Guru Khalsa Panth. We also see the Nirgun form, the form that we can't see, maaf karna, the Spirit of God, the Spirit of Vaheguruji that exists everywhere. We don't see that, but we can experience that from our inner being. And the Gur Shabad, which is all of Gurbani, all of that is also the form of Guru as well. So we can do the Seva of the Panth and the Seva of the Guru, and we can get blessings from Vaheguruji in both ways. Just doing that. So I'm just going to whiz through some of these slides. You might not be able to see all the smaller font size, which I'm not expecting you to read all that. But this is just a quick view to show that in Guru Granth Sahib Ji, we've got 8 Gurus' writings, contributions in there, you could say. 4 Gursikhs, 15 Bhagats and 17 Pat. So you can see the collective of all the writings that have been put into Siddhi Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj, or how people have been involved. You might think, well, how is there 8 Gurus' writings? It's actually not 8 Gurus' writings as such in Guru Granth Sahib Ji. You've got the 5 Gurus from Guru Nanak Dev Ji through to Guru Arjan Dev Ji. And then you've got Siddhi Guru Har Gobind Patsha Ji, who didn't write Bani in Guru Granth Sahib Ji. However, they, you could say, influenced how Bani was going to be sung, like Asa Divar. Asa Divar is a composition that is recited today, but Guru Har Gobind Patsha Ji told the Sangat at the time that this is going to be sung in a certain way. So they had an influence. Siddhi Guru Har Rai Sahib Ji, Siddhi Guru Har Krishna Sahib Ji have no Bani in Guru Granth Sahib Ji. Then you got Siddhi Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji, who you could say were the 7th Guru who were involved or influenced Guru Granth Sahib Ji. And finally Siddhi Guru Gobind Singh Sahib Maharaj, who have their Dohra at the end of Slok Mahla Nava, which came from Guru Gobind Singh Sahib Ji Maharaj, and that's in Guru Granth Sahib Ji. So this is how we came to 8 Gurus. So just some key points about the structure and some facts about Guru Granth Sahib Ji. You have Guru Granth Sahib Ji, that's Ladivar. Have you heard of Ladivar before, Sangat Ji? If you have, just put your hands up. Do you all know what Ladivar means? So you got Ladivar and you got Padshad. That's English in Ladivar, if you can read it. If you can see it on the screen. That's Ladivar English, if anyone's ever interested. But we've got Padshad, Guru Granth Sahib Ji Swaroop as the most common Swaroop, but really Ladivar is how Guru Granth Sahib Ji was originally written. And there's a reason for that. And the reason is because you need to do your Santhya, you need to learn how to read Guru Granth Sahib Ji properly. And that can only be done from an Ustad. We need to learn how to properly read Guru Granth Sahib Ji. So today we have Santhya classes, which is great. Fantastic. Do your Santhya. Read Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj in your Santhya as Padshad if you can. But even better if you can read it in Ladivar. Read Bani in Ladivar because that's the original form of Gurbani. And if we're learning and we're building up to that, then that's great as well. But I'd encourage any Sangat to really try to even do your Nitnem in Ladivar. You can get Gurkha Sahibs. Even in the apps, you can have a little setting that changes it to Ladivar as well. Now, the other reason is because it improves your concentration. You have to concentrate to read Ladivar. Like you're reading the English line at the top, right? You have to focus to say, well, what is it really saying? In the same way, you have to focus on the Bani if it's Ladivar. You can't just, sometimes we do our Nitnem, and we just like fly through Japji Sahib, and we fly through the Baniya. When you're doing it Ladivar, you can't just fly through it unless you know it Mujwani, unless it's like memorized. So you have to really focus on the Bani. So some facts, as I've mentioned before, it's very unique. Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj is very unique. Nothing else like it in the world. And most of Maharaj's teachings are mainly spiritual through poetry. And there are some Sakhiyan as well, some Itihasik Sakhiyan too. But predominantly Maharaj is universal because it's about our spirituality. Now this is really interesting. Maharaj's Shabads are indexable. So in the apps that we have, you type in the first 4 letters of the Shabad will come and you'll get it straight away. So it's quite cool in the way that every Shabad is indexable. You can find a Shabad by looking for the first 4 letters of the first 4 words in the Shabad. And it's a Bani that spans 500 years. And you might think, how so? Guru Nanak Dev Ji was 1469, Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj 1708. That's just like over 200 years. Well, some of the Bani from the Bhagats are from pre-Guru Nanak Dev Ji. So Bani is spanning a period of nearly 500 years of spiritual writing that we have. And the amazing thing is this, that even though Guru Granth Sahib Ji is one script, as in one scripting, writing in terms of letters, as in the Gurmukhi we call, as in Punjabi, but Gurbani is written in 11 different languages. Many Shabads are from other languages like Farsi, Persian, Brij Pasha, Brani Hindi, Sanskrit, to name a few, which makes it totally unique. Now, I'm really conscious of time, Sad Sangaji. We have come to the hour. I know we started a little bit late, and there's only a couple of more slides, about 3 or 4 slides left, but I think it's information that we've already seen from before. I'm just going to share one last thing about Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj, and then we'll do Fateh at this point. So you might think, well, why are some Shabads repeated? A lot of Shabads talk about Naam. A lot of Shabads talk about the Panchvikar. And is it really truly a word of God? Has it really come from God? I think we've answered that question already. But why are some Shabads repeated? The reason why Shabads are repeated is because Guru Sahib Ji is trying to teach us in different ways the same message. And that's because all of us are different. All of us think in a different way. Some things will hit us and really be prominent to what we're feeling today. Tomorrow we might feel something different, and then the Shabad is giving us the teaching of Naam, or let's say of how to cultivate good virtues, but the Shabad we heard the day before, we didn't get it. But the Shabad we hear today, we do. And the Shabads that really help us focus on different aspects of life. So we might be going through something in life today. Tomorrow we will go through something else. But the Shabad is always going to connect us back to Naam Simran. Always connect us back to Bhakti. So Guru Sahib Ji repeatedly tell us the same thing over again, because we are just the fools who are trying to learn from Guru Sahib Ji, but different arrows and different Shabads and different techniques will work for us at different times in our life. And this is why Guru Sahib Ji repeat the Shabad over and over again to us. Some people say, is Guru Granth Sahib Ji idol worship? And I'm saying this because this is a question that I've been asked this before, and I know this is a conversation that other Gurmukhs have had to have as well. Well, the answer is completely not. It is absolutely not idol worship. It is worship though, because we do worship the Guru, we do worship Gurbani, but it's not idol worship where we don't get an answer from Guru Granth Sahib Ji. It's like, maaf karna, when we talk about idol worship, when people might work in the Hindu faith or other faiths worship, let's say, a stone, and they do the puja of a stone, and that's their worship, and that's fine. I'm not criticizing that. But for us, that is not going to give us any sense of spirituality or connection or a teaching in any way to help better our life. But Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj, when we do their puja, when we do their worship, then Guru Sahib Ji give us blessings, they give us a hukamnama, they give us teachings. As long as we understand it, it's a teaching for us. There's even a Shabad, if it doesn't forsake me, where Maharaj says, puja kijai, namti aiye, bin nave puj na hoi. That without Naam, there is no puja. You're going to do puja, you have to bring Simran, bring Naam into it, bring Gurbani into it. Without Naam, there's no puja. So for us, this is not idol worship. This is truly worship of a Guru that gives us guidance for life. The question is, do we understand that guidance? It's not Guru's fault that we don't get it. It's our fault that we haven't put in the effort to understand the message. And is it our King? I think we've covered that when it absolutely is our King of Kings. And the question is, if we can't read it or we can't speak Gurbani, what should we do? The question really is, the point really is, take Santhya. Make the effort. If you can't do Santhya, read the English translations of Gurbani themselves. I'll give you this last tip. I met many years ago a a Sikh who used to come to the Gurukar, a different Gurukar in Leeds. He was from an English background, but he was walking this path of Sikh. He was kind of between both, you could say. And when I was speaking to him, he was really engaged in some of the camps that we did and classes, and he wanted to learn more about Gurbani. And he said to me that, Baji, I've started a Sahaj Path. I said, have you really? That's amazing. Have you started learning Gurbani? And he said, no, I haven't learned Gurbani. I'm reading the English translations. So I thought that was fascinating how he had started his own Sahaj Path, but actually he was reading the English translations through the app of what Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj was teaching him. So at the very least, if we haven't done Santhya, which we should, we can start reading the Arth, the translations of Gurbani, which will give us some essence. It's not the complete translation, but it'll give us something. So on that note, Sadh Sangat Ji, I know we've come to time, but has anyone got any questions about what we've covered through today's talk on Sidhu Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj? I know I've gone through quite a lot in quite fast way and summarized a lot of Sakhiyan, but please forgive me for any mistakes that I've made. I ask Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj for forgiveness for any mistakes that I've made as well through this, and ask for your blessings, Sadh Sangat Ji, to be able to continue the seva for all the sevadars who are involved, for all the classes and all the seva that happens. May Guru Sahib Ji and you all bless all of us that this seva can continue. Deho sajana si sadiyan, jo hove Sahib se umel, gaj ke aakho, Vaheguru Ji ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji ki Fateh.